Hey guys, it's Lawton Chiles. This is a great start. There are a couple things that I'm not super wild about that are probably just my personal preferences. One is this border, which is, sort of puts it into, just makes the whole thing look more like a marketing message and not something personal. Um, Also, how big the logo is. It's just huge. I would maybe want to cut that in half or even 25%. Um, it's just very corporate looking. And so I guess we want to make sure that that's the tone that we're going for. Uh, as far as the main thing that I'm concerned about is the line length. Usually we try to keep things between 50 and 60 characters in length. So to give you an example of that, I'll take this over to a tool called Format It, which gives you it just gives you an example of, so if this was like 70 characters across, then you can see that, let me just see, yeah. So this is more like 73 or something. And I'd want to see it at, so right now the line length looks at around 75 characters across, where I'd like to see it at, you know, um, 60 across. It's just easier for people to read. Um, and so that this is sort of how I would format that. Um, and yeah, it's gonna mess up if I change it, but you see how this is much more just friendlier to the eye than uh, all of this, and how it goes all the way left to right. So that's the main thing I would change if we can. Also, I want to make sure that that was mobile optimized to the best of our ability, and maybe even get rid of um, that black border. Uh, but as far as the layout goes, you know, it's uh, it's not terrible at all, but I would just like to see this border gone, and then the line length somewhere around here, where it's going to a new um, it's going to a new line right about here. Uh, so almost like cutting it in half of, you know, uh, where it is right now. Um, and usually, if I was writing an email, I wouldn't have images like to the right or left like this, sort of like this jigsaw puzzle type thing. I would mainly have no border, one or two images, and then more of a vertical thing where it's not going all the way left, or it's not going all the way right, but it's just more streamlined, and it's not having them go look at an image here and an image here and an image here, and there's just a lot for them to do. In a typical email, we would want all of the links to go to the same place, and the logo to be a lot smaller, because we want them to really focus on our message. We don't care as much about our logo. Um, but I know this is just a template, and it's just a demo. So I like some of it, but that's my, you know, uh, that is my idea of where I think it should go. And then of course, like, so this would kind of be on its own thing right here, and then this would be paragraph would be pushed left instead of like having all this sort of distracting images in the left and right. So, all right, I hope that's more of what feedback you're looking for. If you need anything else, let me know. Thanks.